What's happening, YouTube? What's going on today? Saturday, so talk a little bit about Landstar BCOs. We've started Flatbed over here at Light Trucking. Let me see if we're even online yet because I got no notification. And of course, computer's running slow today. Hummingbird Logistics, good morning. So I guess we are live. I can't get the computer to update. Live. There we go. So that way I can see the chat. Let me get it all set up. So if you're on with Landstar, and you know, times are tough, right? This is a tough market. You're on a closed load board system. You're only going to get what they want to give you or what they have. So if you want more availability, more loads to pick from, then come on over here to Light Trucking. We have a lot better pay percentage, and we also have pretty much the same discounts when it comes to fuel, tires, etc. We did get into the flatbed business. We are now doing flatbed. You know, we can rent the trailers. We're doing lease purchase on flatbed trailers right now for one of our contractors. That's the possibility for someone else if they want to get into flatbed. If they have the experience, then I don't have the problem of doing a lease purchase on a flatbed trailer. Now the trailers we get are going to be 10-1 spread, toolboxes on each side, and so forth. We can also do all the equipment into that if you would like. We can do that also. The chains, the binders. And on these trailers that we get, they're Wilsons. So you got the channel that runs along the side of the deck that you just clip in the chain holders there when you chain down a load instead of chain it to the rub rails and things like that. So, you know, we do have that also. So that's one thing we're getting into. So if you have a flatbed and you're an owner operator and you're on with Mercer or Landstar or somewhere like that and you want more availability of freight on the open market, fill out an application, come on over. We'll be glad to have you. And you know, if you're a van driver and you want that flatbed opportunity where you're there where you don't get that flatbed opportunity, like I said, there's several ways that we can do it. We can rent the trailer, or we can lease purchase the trailer to you, or you know, whatever you want to do. So, well, headache rack, that depends, Cascade, right? That's not a mandatory thing, the headache rack, but yeah, you can put one on there. It's a safety thing. You should have a headache rack so you can hang all your stuff on it if you don't have toolboxes. But then there's also flatbeds too you can get with the front already on there, the headache rack, they call it, already on there. But we'll see. Anyway, equipment, our discount, you get 2 tarps, 8 chains, 8 binders, 16 of the inserts for about $2,000. That's our discount we get through our trailer people. What's up, Trucking Life? What's going on? MG Toe Cowboy, we are talking about Cascade. I don't know, but you know, there's some people would, I guess. It's, you know, safety reasons you'd want one in case, you know, you're hauling pipe or something, right? And your load, you slammed on the brakes and it came forward. nice to have that extra safety feature in there, correct? We're talking about flatbed and things like that, right? So we were talking about Landstar, Mercer, things of the nature where they're on closed load boards compared to where we're at, where you have options of all the load boards out there. Even those companies freight, right? Even those companies freight. So, yeah, Rich, I agree with you. But, you know, some guys don't want to have them. I guess they don't have them. You know, it's up to them, right? Personally. Myself, I would have one, just in case. Unless you're not going to haul that types of loads. I mean, you know, it depends on what you're hauling, I guess. You can go that route. That's the same thing with tankers. You know, I hauled tankers. I only like tankers that had baffles in them because I didn't like the sloshing back and forth as much. That's another thing, right? If you're hauling tankers and you're not used to it, you come up to the red light, you got to slam on the brakes, more than likely you're not going to be able to stop. It's going to push you right through the light. Then you got problems. That's for everybody, Cowboy. It's for everybody. It's for company drivers, drivers that want to become owner-operators, lease operators. We don't get into the terminology. I know some people on YouTube, they get butthurt when you start talking terminology, right? They think that an owner-operator is a guy that has to have his own title to the truck. You know, if you're leasing a truck from somewhere, you're not an owner-operator. And all that's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. If you're paying for the fuel of the truck, and whether you're leasing the truck or you're buying it from the bank, you're still a business. It just depends on how your business wants to operate. If your business wants to lease instead of purchase, that's your option, right? It's the same thing. If you own a restaurant, do you really own it if you're leasing the building? But you're a restaurant entrepreneur, right? If you have a restaurant in a strip mall, are you really a restaurant? Can you really call yourself a restaurant? See, that's what they try to do. They try to split the hairs, right? Well, you're not a real owner-operator because you don't have the title. It's not in your name. You know, you're a lease operator. No, they're an owner-operator. They just chose a different way of financing. That's all it is. A different way of tax representation. But, so we do have options. If you want to haul a brand new dry van trailer, we got some brand new dry van trailers also that we have available. So if you don't want to run around with a shoddy old trailer, you want to pull a new one, we have a 23 or 24, I can't remember, is the gentleman that went to Flatbed, that's doing a lease purchase on a flatbed. He had that brand new trailer that we have from the company up north here. And he had it for about a month. I think it's about a month. So, still brand new. Wilson aluminum trailers. That's the manufacturer. So that's what's happening. You know, it's summertime. It's warm. Watch out for all of the vacationers out there. You know, be on the lookout. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout. Make sure your AC is up to date because you don't want to be in a truck without air conditioning when it's 95 degrees outside, because it's going to be over 110, 120 inside that cab because they're sweat boxes, right? Make sure you check your APUs, get them ready to go and running good. Other than that, that's all we're doing here at Light Trucking Corporation is we're expanding. and we're getting into flatbed now because we have some reefers, dry van, so we're doing flatbed now, and we're going to look and see to grow that part of the fleet because there's a lot of flatbed loads in this area where we're from. And I do have a friend that has a Conestoga for sale. If anybody wants a Conestoga, I'll have to get with him to find out what price he wants. But we can make that happen for you too. Elvis says lumber for sure. Yep, correct. When I did flatbed, lumber loads are okay, unless they want you to tarp them. Which it doesn't really make any sense when you go to lumber yards and all the lumber's sitting outside anyway. Same thing with some of the other stuff when they tell you gotta tarp it. But then when you get there, it's all sitting outside in the rain and everything. It's crazy. Kind of like when you go, if you're in a van and you go to Morton Salt, right, for your water softeners. You go pick up the salt, and let's say you have a hole in your trailer. There's a hole in the roof. Oh, we can't load you because there's a hole in the roof. You have a slight hole, right? They won't load you. But yet, it's raining outside, and the salt's outside getting all wet. Does that make any sense to anybody? What does it matter if you had a hole in your roof, hauling bags of salt, water softener salt, when you go to Tractor Supply, Fleet and Farm, Blaine Farm, any of these places, and it's all sitting outside on pallets, getting wet, or snow getting on it, or whatever. It depends on the season. It makes no sense. And we have people that haul pods before. They also do U-Haul, right? U-Haul pods, and they stick them inside the van trailers. We've hauled a lot of those on our van trailers out of Arizona and Colorado and a couple other places. Are you able to do oversized loads? Anybody do oversized loads if you got the right permits and the right equipment. Authority has nothing to do with oversized loads. You just got to know the rules and regulations on it. That's all. What about loads going in and out of California? Man, who wants to go to California? All the rules and regulations they got over there in that state, all it does is hinder business when it comes to trucking. It costs you more money when it comes to trucking, and they don't want to pay no more money for it. It's really a bad thing. No, we don't do flatbed training. You got to come with flatbed experience. We don't do flatbed training. So if you have no flatbed experience, it's not happening. Well, Cowboy, congratulations on your 6 months of brand new trucking, and a word of advice: stay at least 1 year at your current employer, no matter if you like them or not, right? You want to stay at least 1 year. That way it opens up more doors and opportunities for you at that 1 year mark. CDN, what's up? Congratulations on your flatbed to your fleet. Better opportunity to bill per hour for short haul. So driver weight charges, you can charge higher rate per hour. Also, you can do some wide loads. It goes more complicated, but more money with permits and maybe pilot vehicles when required. Exactly. I used to haul, back in the day when I was young, right? I used to haul mobile homes. So, that's oversized all the time. Unless you get the smaller 12 wides or whatever they call them, the older ones. You could get by in Michigan without the flag car and stuff. But when you did the 16 wides and so forth, 80 feet long, you had to have your oversized, your permits, and all that good stuff. So I'd done that for years. Hauled those all over the place and helped set them up. Yeah, Raz, you're yeah, you're out. Hummingbird, it's all in rates because you negotiate your own rate. Fuel surcharge is just a myth, right? It's just another way for them to glorify the rate, basically. So if you're out with a company and they say, okay, we're going to give you 80 cents a mile plus fuel surcharge, and they say the fuel surcharge is 40 cents a mile and you're at $1.20, who cares? You can negotiate your own rate unless you negotiate $3. You find an 80% company, that's $2.40. $2.40 is better than $1.20. And the thing about, let's take Landstar for example. You really can't negotiate there. People say, oh yes you can. No you can't. If they tell you that load is $2,000, it's $2,000, and you're going to get 65% of that if you're pulling their trailer. And for example, you can say, well, you know, they'll say it's $2,000 and it's $1,500 line haul, $500 fuel surcharge. And then what you do is say, well, hey, you know, can you give me $700 fuel surcharge? Sure. So they bump it up to $700, and then the line haul goes to $1,300. And all that does is the agent just took money from Landstar. Is basically what they're doing, because you get 100% of that fuel surcharge. So Landstar's losing out on 35% of that $200 that they just scraped off the rate and put it in the fuel surcharge to make you feel better for you to run the load. In reality, you got an extra $70. Well, not even that, because if you take the 2,000, the 1,500, take your 65% and add the 500 in there, and then do it again, but add in, you know, take 1,300 and add in 700, and you'll see that it's really not that much of a difference. But it makes people feel good, right? It makes them feel all warm and fuzzy because they negotiated something. So you don't have that opportunity to be able to negotiate great money on a load, right? You can negotiate a fraction, but not great money. So, you know, if we did that calculation, 1,506 at 65% is $975, and you add in 500 fuel surcharge, that's $1,475. So then if you take and you say out of 2,000 you want 700 fuel surcharge, so that's 1,300 times 0.65 plus the 700 is 1,545, right? So you make a little bit more money, but that's not, you can't negotiate a lot of money, right? So if you, for example, me and one of our drivers a while ago, we had a load that paid $3,000. That's what they wanted to pay. We asked for $7,000, and we settled at $5,000. That's a $2,000 difference from what they offered, right? They came up from $3,000 all the way to $5,000. You can't do that at some of these other companies with a closed load board because they don't negotiate like that. Because you're dealing with an agent, not a broker. And then a lot of times those agents could be a broker. And you say, how's that possible? It's easy. If it's a husband and wife team, the wife might be the agent. The husband might have his own, they might have their own brokers and he's the broker. Then the games can begin. Desert Lucky Pam, what's going on? Hello, Henry Duncan. Yeah, so what's been going on with us? You know, we're haven't been doing YouTube videos for a while. Been really busy. We plan to try to add another 10 trucks between now and the end of the year. We'll see how that goes. It doesn't take that long to get over here. If you fill out an application and you went down and took a drug test and all that, you could possibly be on over here within 3 to 4 days. If you're a seasoned driver and have your own tractor trailer, or at least your own tractor, you know, we can also provide plates that are charged. We can even send you all of the devices, the ELD and everything. You can install it yourself. You can roll right from your house. You don't even have to come here if you don't want to. You can just take off right from there and start making money and get paid after every run the next day. You don't have to wait 10 or 11 days to get your money like you do at some companies. People say, oh no, I get paid every week. No, you do, but you could haul a load that you don't get paid for 11 days, which means if you got to have your loads in on by Monday night at midnight, you deliver Tuesday morning. Well, that Tuesday morning don't pay for like 11 days because it goes all the way across Tuesday and back to that Friday before you get paid on that load. To where here, you have a steady revenue flow of income. So if you have a truck that's broke down and you're sitting there for 2 weeks and you go back to work, you might not get a check for 3 weeks somewhere else, or maybe close to 4. Here, you deliver a load the next day, you get paid the next day after that. Plus, if you don't get our fleet insurance for physical damage and bobtail and all that, then nothing comes out of your pay. You know, if you have your own tractor trailer and if you have your own physical damage insurance stuff, you can take a whole month off and nothing's going to come out because we don't charge you for cargo and liability and all that on a weekly basis like some companies do. So you have the opportunity to work as much as you want or as little as you want. If you're at another owner-operator company that has a few trucks and they're charging you, you know, $200, $300 a week for insurance for cargo and liability because they get charged by the month for you being there. If you take a month off, you're going to owe them, you know, that $1,200 was $300 a week. You're going to owe them $1,200 when you come back out. Here, zero. Oh, it's nothing. We don't charge for the ELD, none of that stuff. So there's no money that'll come out unless you're renting a trailer, lease purchasing a trailer, lease purchasing a truck, or getting your regular physical damage like you would any other insurance company, physical damage of bobtail, occupational insurance through us. Then, of course, there's a monthly fee for that. What's up, Greg? Well, yeah, do you want to, Greg, if you want to say your Conestoga, put the price out here. Greg has a Conestoga. You see it right there in his picture. You never know, Greg. I might be interested. I don't know. Throw a price. Put a price out there. Probably here in the next couple months, we'll be looking at getting some more international LTs for lease purchase down the road here. I've already got 2 drivers interested in it already. I don't know how many that I'll do this year. Next year, you know, we might get 3 or 4 more going. But that, you know, we're doing a test run right now with one of our drivers. She's doing really well with it. And as rates increase, she will do exceptionally well with it. How much of a rate would a driver get if the rate was $3,000? We do it 80-20 as long as you own the trailer. If it's your trailer, it's 80-20. If it's our trailer, you can still get 80-20. If you don't want to pay the rent on the trailer, then it's 73%. But if you want to rent the trailer and pay that rental charge, it's 80-20. And we don't, and here's another thing. If the trailer cost us a van trailer, I'm not talking flatbed, this is van only, If the van cost us $1,000 a month to rent, I'm only charging $750. So the company's eating the other $250. $47K with all straps and chains. 2014 written hour Maximizer Conestoga kit put on in 2021. It's on truck paper right now for $52K. I'll think about that, Greg. Plus, I'll make a couple calls to a couple buddies that I have that are in the flatbed business. But if you're interested in Greg's trailer, there it is. You can always call Steve Snorlord at our dispatch service, and he can get in touch with Greg if you're interested in that trailer. And Greg takes really good care of his equipment. He's a top-notch owner-operator carrier. All right, so I'm gonna make this video short and sweet. I have some things to do. I'm tearing down fences today. I'm cutting down trees. I have to cut down 6 trees, take out 2 acres of fence. So I'll be busy all day. Plus, mow the field, mow the yard, etc., etc., etc. Which I'm not going to have it all do, right? I'm going to have to put this off, some off until Sunday also. But, you know, it's going to be a nice, hot, warm day to do all this. And when I want to get some air conditioning, I guess I'll jump in the tractor because it's air conditioned. When I tear down the fence, roll it up, put it on pallets, and so forth, I can at least jump in there for a few minutes and get cooled off, right? But we'll be busy today doing that. And then, of course, Monday, we're back at it. We're going to start doing some more regular videos, and we are going to continue to grow the company. And the more we grow, the better discounts that everybody gets that's over here, right? Our fuel discounts gotten better. Our tire discounts are good. And our fleet insurance has also gotten better. Better rates. So we can compete with the big ones when it comes to discounts and prices. Because the way we can compete is we don't take any of that discount. We pass it through to where other companies will take part of that discount. That way their discount's not as good as our discount. Why? Because they took part of it. We don't do that. And future plans, CDN will like this. CDN, you still in here? I'll wait for CDN to put yes or no if he's still in here, because he'll like this. And Rob, you know, I'll get in touch with you next week sometime when I get some time off from doing all this other work, because I don't know how long it's going to take me, because we have to dig a septic field and all that. So we got to do that also. So the next couple of weeks we'll be digging septics and all kinds of stuff, right? So we're really busy. See if CDN's in here. Well, yeah, that's part of that's enjoying the weather, Tennessee, because you're not out there freezing in the cold winter trying to dig in hard ground. You know, it'll be nice and hot and all that good stuff. So CDN, FYI with your flatbed, only send drivers who are confident to Ritchie Brothers. Exactly, because those Ritchie Brother auctions are, you know what, I missed your question to me. You'll like this, CDN. So I had a change of plans. I was going to build a terminal on the farmland that we have up the road, so we're farming that instead. New change of plans is starting sometime next year or the following year, just depends on the growth of the company, right? I'm going to start looking for a terminal that's sitting vacant, right? And the terminal I'm going to look for is the one that has a cross dock, because where we are live, there's a lot of opportunity for cross dock work. So if I can secure a cross dock facility, then we will get into cross docking, which will help our owner operators out greatly, especially if they're in this area, because with cross docking, you can make a whole lot more money when it comes to loads, because you can put a lot of parcels together and put them all on one trailer and so forth. And it's just another good business opportunity to do warehouse storage and things like that, right? So anyway, that's some future plans. Yes, cross-dock is an excellent opportunity, plus creates drop and hook opportunity for your owner operators. Right, correct. Because if we get into that and do that, because we do have other reasons for that, but that will help us out. And the owner operators that are using our trailers instead of having their own, right? If they're renting the trailers, doesn't matter. They would have that opportunity, right? Unless somebody wanted to have their own trailer and just wanted to put it in the pool and didn't care if some other owner operators pulled it, but a lot of people don't like other people pulling their trailer. So for those individuals that are using company trailer / rental trailer, they would have that opportunity down the road. All right, see everybody later. I have to get out there and get to work. If you're interested in Light Trucking Corporation, go to lighttrucking.com and check it all out. It's all in there. All the requirements in there to see if you meet the requirements to sign on over here. And it's a spot market. We run on a spot market, so you have access to all the loads on the spot market with all the different brokers, that are reputable anyway. You can use any of the load boards, and we give you the fuel card. I was reading the forms in F2F, and it says, some guys ask about, cash advance on his fuel card and all that. And this is my philosophy. If you're an owner operator, you shouldn't need a cash advance. You shouldn't need one. And two, with us, if you get paid after every run, there's really no reason to get a cash advance, because you're getting money every day or every other day, depending on when you deliver your loads. Yes, one terminal in Michigan, one in Missouri. There's a lot of possibility, CDN. Me and Steve, we know somebody there that's building a terminal, and down the road, I've talked to the guy and everything else. Maybe we can be in that terminal, be part of that terminal, right? Because he might lease space out of it. So they very easily could have a satellite office in Missouri. That's another opportunity, because then we have trailers. We had a couple trailers sitting over in Missouri. Those are gone and used. So we got room to put 2 more over there, and which helps us out, because that way, if someone's on that side of the country, they just go there and get a trailer and start working. They don't have to come all the way here. But we do also have this opportunity. If you want to pull a van trailer, and let's say you live in Texas, and there's no trailer in Missouri, or you live in Utah. Doesn't matter where you live. We have a national account with Extra Lease also. So we can just call the Extra Lease right by where you live, and you just pick a trailer up there and start working. And that way you get a service there and everything else, because it's right by your house. We also have that opportunity. So we have a lot of different ways to get trailers and how to use them. And it just benefits the owner operator. What's up, Pigtail? So this platform would allow you to build a true network of carriers to help each other and learn and share the knowledge. Exactly, it would. Jeff, I need to call with Steve and you. There's a platform you could build an owner operator academy. All right, so CDN sometime next week. I'm trying to think of dates. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Get a hold of Steve. See if Wednesday or Thursday will work. Maybe we'll all get on a conference call and we'll chat about it. Does that work, Rob? All right. So I'm going out, do some work, .com, and you can see everything that we offer. And we offer every year you're here, you go up in percentage. There's not many owner operator companies that do that, right? The big ones don't do that. So every year you're here, you go up 0.5%, and we cap out at 85. So here 2 years, it's 81%. 4 years, you're 82, and so forth. And we got some folks that are at 83% because they've been here from the beginning. And we do also offer, you know, if you were here and you come back, there's still opportunity to get some of that percentage. All right, so we'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there. And hey, next time you go to Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, buy some flowers. Buy some flowers. Keep Pigtail in business. You know, instead of buying one flat of flowers, buy two. Get the hanging ones. Instead of buying one, buy 3 or 4. Right? Let's help each other out. And they're in the flower business, so let's help those guys out. And buy some flowers. All right, we'll see y'all later.